This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
The first video to ever hit 10 billion views. Do you have a guess as to what it would be, Lisa?
Okay, wait. This is just any YouTube video or it's a song music video? Is that what you said? I was half listening.
Well, it kind of fits into both, but...
Okay.
What's your guess?
Despacito.
Incorrect.
What?
Sorry. That would be number 2, though, at 7.7 billion.
See, I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What would do better than that? Never Gonna Give You Up, Rick Astley.
No, that just hit 1 billion a couple weeks ago.
That's not enough.
You're right.
People
it's
are not rickrolling other people enough, apparently. Is it Ed Sheeran?
No, but he has the number 4 spot.
Okay, I'm crushing this kind of.
5.6 billion for Shape of You.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't think you'll get number 3. Have you ever heard of Johnny, Johnny, Yes, Papa?
No.
Okay.
What's the song?
That's number 3. I've never heard it either. We're about to experience it together.
Okay. Is it a kid's song?
Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. Eating sugar, no, Papa. Telling a lie, no, Papa. Open your mouth, ha, ha, ha.
Okay.
Lame.
That was so good. Catchy.
Any other guess as to what went number 1, the first ever to hit 10 billion views?
Baby Shark.
You got her. Just crank it up and celebrate.
Sure.
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark. Mommy shark, do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark, do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark, do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark.
That's a jam.
As soon as I knew that the third place was a kid's song,
Yes,
It
Johnny,
clicked.
Papa, Papa.
it definitely clicked. Wow. I'm not a parent, so I'm not sick of it.
Right. Yeah, me neither, actually.
Yeah, well, your daughter was a bit
Yeah,
older
too
when it came
old.
out.
Yeah.
But we would love to do a quick poll on the text line right now. Did we just ruin your Friday, or are you not sick of it as a parent?
Because I think the reason it got 10 billion views is the average kid aged right now, probably 3 to 7, has watched that video 432,000 times each.
And
like,
I'm
it's
sure
just on repeat.
It's become maybe a security blanket for some kids, so they listen to it on repeat.
Exactly. It's just over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So I wonder what video, like, the most amount of people have watched. Probably Despacito, if it's number 2 at 7.7 billion.
I'm not going to lie. I've never watched the music video. I am not part of that statistic.
Lisa.
I know.
What about Baby Shark?
I haven't watched it, but I've definitely heard it.
Daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark.
Grandma shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark.
Hey, Grandma really gets into it.
Yeah.
She deserves an award for that performance. Jenny Pie just wrote in saying, my 3-year-old started to love that song/video since he was 4 months old. So that's years of listening. That's just one kid.
And I bet it's just like, Baby Shark, Baby Shark.
Play the Baby Shark song, Mom.
Finally, you're just like, shut the hell up. Here it is.
Nicole just said, now my kids are sad you didn't play the entire thing. Okay,
Well-
one more little clip.
Grandpa shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandpa shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandpa shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandpa shark. Let's go hunt, do-do-do-do-do, let's go hunt, do-do-do-do-do, let's go hunt, do-do-do-do-do, let's go hunt. Run away, do-do-do-do-do, run away, do-do-do-do-do, run away, do-do-do-do-do, run away.
There you go.
I've never gotten that far into the song.
I'm not sure if you watch Euphoria. If you haven't given it a go yet, just know that you need to kind of be in the right state of mind to watch it and be open to the idea of, like, teenagers doing a ton of drugs and getting it on, and, like, it's a heavy show about what like grade 12-ish.
Yeah, I'd say it's beautifully directed. The cinematography is incredible. The acting is next level. The writing, everything about it is so good. But yeah, it's not relatable to me because like the most hardcore thing I did in high school was like share a Mickey of vodka with someone. And
Right.
so,
And they're just walking around chugging 2.6s at parties.
yeah, doing hard drugs.
And like heroin. Anyway, there was also a lot of
Nudity.
full frontal. Male nudity specifically in that episode 1 of season 2. There's one of the guys in the show, Ansel Pierce, who had to make a public acknowledgement to the fact that people think that the scene he was in, that he had a prosthetic part on his body.
And he's not a lead character. He's just a quick cameo at a party. He's using the bathroom and you see everything.
And so there's a girl who's hiding in the bathtub, and then he comes in and he's like, wow, you're hot, but I'm going to take a dump anyway. And he's out of the toilet. It's a pretty strange scene, but you can see it all.
Yes, that is me in the bathroom. Not a prosthetic. Got a lot of questions. Y'all are hilarious, dude. The amount of TikToks, tweets, that's like analyzing every little piece of the scene. I mean, this is mind-blowing. So please, if you find like funny tweets, anything, send it my way. I am cracking up right now.
He had to tell his parents about landing his first major role, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a major role. It's a
major show, though. It's on
major show.
HBO.
His big break, potentially. This is him talking about letting his family know.
I booked my first major role. I'm going to be on HBO. We're so proud of you. We're going to save it. We're going to send it to the whole family. Oh, so cool. There's a lot of nudity and like sex and drugs, and I don't really think you guys would like it that much. No, it's your first show. We don't care what it's like.
I just picture having to have that conversation with my mom.
I always think about this when somebody's in a movie or a TV show and it is a cameo and there is nudity. Like, let's say there's a scene where someone walks into a room and there's a bunch of people just naked.
Sure.
That's your only role. You don't have any lines like, hey, I booked this gig. Your parents are probably going to watch it. Your friends are going to be like, can't wait to see your scene. And then it's over in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, this poor guy. Well, poor guy,
Poor
I say.
guy.
His message folder is probably packed.
You up?
Yeah.
Play 107.
What's the biggest inconvenience you've had to deal with? We were talking yesterday with the roads as crappy as they were in Edmonton. How many people had the inconvenience of having to deal with fender benders or, other claims to do with their vehicle? I had an inconvenience yesterday as well, and the day before, and the day before. My daughter, on a flight to see my parents in Victoria.
When was that? That was years ago, though, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago. So 3 maybe. She would have been 6 or 7. She said, can I please carry my passport? And I was like, yeah, but listen, this is a really important document, and it would be a huge inconvenience if you lost it. So just know that, yes, you can carry it, but it's really important that you keep it on you.
This is a great PSA. No. The answer, if you're a
no.
parent listening right now,
sure.
I don't care how old your kid is. No.
The answer is no, for sure.
The answer is no.
So get to my parents' place, and then I'm like, hey, Charlie, do you want to give me your passport back? I'll put it in the bag with mine until we fly home. And the look on her face, I was like, you forgot it on the plane, didn't you? And she did. She left it in the back of the seat. So I called immediately, and I don't even think they'll return passports in that situation. They
confiscate it.
If they see it, they'll destroy it or whatever, which they have all these safety implications or safety procedures, I should say, in place for a reason. So be it. Getting her a new passport has been a ridiculous process. Mm-hmm. I've had in-person interview. I got interrogated on the phone. I've had to resubmit 3 different things. I had to do a phone call yesterday with more information. And she's like, where'd you sign this? What date? Like, I don't know.
Well, they have to assume that you're getting a new passport because you're stealing your child away from her mother. Like, I honestly think that's why they have these strict questions they have to ask. You need to know everything. But yeah, that is an inconvenience.
Well, and since the last passport, I've gone through a divorce with my ex-wife, and they need all the information on that. So separation agreement signed by both of you. Divorce papers with certain reference numbers attached to them. Like,
so it's even more complicated if the kids' parents aren't in the same household.
And I'm just very thankful that I have a good co-parenting relationship with my ex-wife and that we're friends. Because, like, I've had to talk to her 25 times about this passport, about grabbing different things, signing different things, dating different things. If you had, like, a bad relationship with your ex,
your kid's never traveling again.
No, your kid's staying in the country.
No passport for you.
But we're asking you about inconveniences because it's been just hoop after hoop I've had to jump through.
And it can be something that is weeks and weeks of a process trying to get something done. Or it could be something as simple as Janelle's text. When there are 3 carts in a row at Superstore and all of their wheels are locked and you're trying to get one out with your loonie, then you're trying to push one around in the store and one of the wheels is off. It's so true.
Yeah.
I hate getting a cart at Superstore.
Well, especially how many people carry loonies anymore? Like, that's an outdated system.
Yeah, it is.
Leave me alone. Just give me the cart.
Yeah, what do you think I'm going to do with this cart?
And like at Superstore, you're usually not going for one thing. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, totally. Like I try and get the little basket when I walk in.
Doesn't work there.
Next thing I know, I have one on the ground that I'm pushing with my feet and then 2 in each hand as well.
Yeah. I've probably got the best workouts of the last year at Superstore carrying handheld carts because I didn't have a loonie.
What are some other inconveniences that you've dealt with as of late? Jen said trying to get last minute flights after flights to Mexico were canceled 4 hours prior to takeoff. It took up so much time on the trip having to deal with it.
That sucks too.
Having to deal with anything when you're technically on vacation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've done a few station trips, and there's 1 year that they like had expectations for social media, but we couldn't get proper Wi-Fi, and so we couldn't upload the pictures, and we were getting like phone calls from angry clients. It was just a mess.
Yeah, we had to be sending out emails while we were poolside, wasted. Like I don't know if I've ever been that intoxicated, and I had to send an email to a client, and I should find it and see if what did I even put together in that email?
You had a pretty wild inconvenience a couple days ago. Hit us up. What's up?
So I'm getting ready for work, and I'm actually running a little bit late. Of course, it has to be. You're running late. Go to my garage, and I press the button to open the big lift door, and it doesn't budge. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just press the button again. No, nothing. So I'm like, and I was like, how do I get to work?
And how far is work from your home?
It would probably cost about $65. So I called a colleague of mine, and I was like, hey, are you on your way to work yet? And she goes, I'm just about to pull up. Can you turn around and come get me?
So this is an inconvenience for you and your coworker.
And my coworker. And then at the end of the day, another inconvenience for a different coworker who drove me home.
Did you try unplugging it and plugging it back in again when it wasn't working?
Yeah.
I actually did. Several times.
This is a segment we call Unsung Heroes, giving shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention and notoriety they deserve. Let me be you.
Shout out to trying to keep up with my resolution by eating more greens. But every time I open a bagged salad, I assume there's just going to be a spider in it, so I put it back in the fridge.
Okay. Shout out to PF Chang's, who have their first Alberta location right here in Edmonton.
Chinese food.
I'm actually starting to feel sorry for Calgary. First Gretzky, then the 5 Cups, then Bubba Gump, then a proper ring road, then McDavid, then a new arena, and now this?
Shout out to low-rise jeans making a comeback. I'm serious. Kanye West's girlfriend was wearing them in a paparazzi shot the other day. Terrifying.
T-bar out?
Well, that's the thing. I guess that means my underwear hanging out is also going to make a comeback. Too bad now it isn't sexy red thongs. It's parachute panties from a Walmart 12-pack. Enjoy the view.
Shout out to the growing population of urban coyotes, which is not only a growing problem in Edmonton, but also a great band name.
What was it again?
Urban Coyotes.
Oh, I'd listen.
Yeah.
I'd go to their live show. Shout out to Mercury being in retrograde as of today again. So whatever goes wrong in your life, it isn't your fault. It's space. That's what we're blaming things on. Space.
Shout out to the senators who... Excuse me.
What an ugly sneeze. I mean, bless you.
Well, I didn't want to let it out. Not in this day and age.
Can't be sneezing.
Shout out to the fact I just pooped myself.
When you try to hold in a sneeze and it's like, well, something's got to come out from somewhere.
You'll have to excuse me.
No.
Shout out to the Senators who are in town tomorrow. We beat them all 9 matchups last year, meaning tomorrow we'll get back on track. Or the fan base will actually explode. No pressure, guys.
No pressure. Shout out to Britney Spears' sister soaking up all the fame that she can get off of Britney, getting paid to do interviews. She's writing a book. I get it. My sisters used to steal my t-shirts. Sisters suck.
And finally, shout out to pet-friendly melting salt for the driveway and walkways. Not only are my puppy's paws safe, but he also has a full-time companion now because the salt is so expensive I can no longer leave my house.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.